This was me 3 years ago, stuck in what I generally think is the worst body type known to man, skinny fat. I looked skinny in clothes, but underneath I had a soft stomach, no abs, and absolutely no muscle. I weighed in at 130 pounds and avoided taking my shirt off at all costs. That's how bad it was. But one day I got tired of hiding. So I locked in, day after day, meal after meal, rep after rep, for 3 straight years. And fast forward to now, I'm 50 pounds heavier, in the best shape of my life, and getting accused every single day of being a fake natty.
This kid is obviously taking a lot of stuff.
Hussein scamming tens of thousands of people.
The most ridiculous before and after transformation that perhaps I've ever seen.
Who's natty and who's not?
Him.
You think he's on steroids?
And I've also helped thousands of guys do the same, some who were even in a worse spot than I was. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how to fix the skinny fat physique step by step, so that you don't waste years guessing like most people do, and finally build a lean and muscular body that you're really proud of. And before we get into it, make sure you drop your height and weight below in the comments. I'll personally reply and tell you what I think you should do, either cut, bulk, or recon. And if you're serious about transforming your body, make sure you click the subscribe button right below. I drop videos like these every single week. All right, let's jump in. So before we even start, what does skinny fat even mean? Most people think that being skinny fat just means that you need to lose some fat, but that's not exactly the real issue. Skinny fat means that you have too little muscle and enough body fat to blur out everything and make you look soft, especially around your waist. So you're in a position where you don't look overweight, but also you don't look lean either. So what happens? When you cut, you lose weight, but you end up just looking smaller and weaker. And when you bulk, you end up gaining more fat than muscle, which just makes it worse. And that's why you feel like you're stuck. But here's the truth. You don't fix skinny fat by randomly bulking or cutting. You fix it by building muscle strategically and by choosing the right plan depending on your starting point. And let me show you exactly how to do that. Before you choose the right plan for you, you need to realize that there's 3 main types of skinny fat physiques, and each one needs a slightly different approach. And type number 1 is the skinny fat. This is when you're underweight, but you don't have any real definition on your physique. So you're small, but you kind of look soft at the same time. And this is exactly where I was when I first started. So for example, you're 6 foot and 140 pounds, with no abs, no veins, and no real muscle mass. And if you're in that position, here's exactly what you need to do. You need to start a lean bulk immediately for 6 to 8 months. And this means that you need to eat around 200 to 300 calories above your maintenance every single day. And as you're doing this, you need to hit the gym and aim to get stronger every single week. We call this progressive overload. And also in your diet, you need to aim and hit 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you're 140 pounds, you need to hit 140 grams of protein. And also make sure that you weigh yourself every single week or every single day if you want to, because as you gain weight, you need to adjust your grams of protein. That's exactly what I did when I started training. And once you've built enough size and strength, then you can cut. And moving on, we have type number 2, which is just the classic skinny fat. So this means your average weight, you're not overweight or underweight, but you still look soft and untrained. Maybe you're 5'10" and 165 pounds with no visible abs, no muscle, you're just kind of average. And what should you do if you're in this position? You need to go for a body recon. This just means that you're going to be gaining muscle and losing body fat at the same time. And what should you do if you're in this position? You need to eat at maintenance calories. And you need to hit the gym as well and also focus on progressive overload. You need to get stronger every single week, either with your weights or your reps, in order to build strength and build muscle. And also again, keep your protein at 1 gram per pound of body weight. And then we move on to type number 3, which is just the fat, skinny fat. So if you're in this position, this means that you're carrying more fat, especially around your belly, and you have really low muscle mass. Say for example, you're 5'10" and 190 pounds. Most of that weight is in your stomach and your arms and chest look soft too. And if you're in this position, you need to start with a cut. So this just means that you need to eat 300 to 500 calories less than your maintenance calories every single day. And then also make sure that you're training 3 to 5 times per week with weights. You know, don't just go in the gym and do cardio. And also for your protein, same thing. You want to aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you're 190 pounds, you need to have around 190 grams of protein every single day. And yeah, that's pretty much what you need to do. And when you get to around 12 to 15% body fat, then you can start a clean lean bulk. And yeah, remember, you can't build a great physique if you're hiding it under a layer of fat. But yeah, now that you know which type of skinny fat you are, we're gonna move over to what I think is the most important part of it all, and that is the diet. Because even if your training is absolutely perfect, but your diet is not, you're not gonna see the results that you're looking for. I would honestly say that diet is 70 to 80% of the work. And the main problem is that yet, most skinny guys eat like toddlers. Low protein, random meals, and pretty much no structure at all when it comes to their diet. And let me be honest with you, tracking my food is one of the biggest things that helped me go from skinny fat to jacked. And I know that most people hate it because it's annoying, it's time consuming, sometimes you might forget, but that's exactly why I use an app called Cal AI. And it makes everything so much easier to track. You can literally just take a picture of your food and Cal AI will calculate the calories and macros for you. No need to overthink or waste time. For my experience, it's been accurate, but I always check to see if I got all the ingredients in the picture to make sure the AI saw everything. They also have the same database as MyFitnessPal, but it's a lot more affordable and easier to use. So most of the time when I'm home and I've got time, I'll weigh out my food and use the app's food database, or just scan the barcodes for quick and accurate entries. It's simple, effective, and perfect for when your schedule is busy just like mine. So yeah, if you really want to make the best progress in the gym, make sure that you start tracking what you're eating and be consistent with it. So yeah, if you want to use Cal AI, just click the link in my description and use code HusseinYT for a 3-day free trial. But yeah, now that we've talked about how to track your food, let's go over what I think most people get wrong, and that is the training. This part is honestly where most skinny fat guys mess up, because they think that to fix their skinny fat physique, they need to do tons of cardio. But cardio isn't the fix, building muscle is. And here's exactly how to train the right way. So you need to train 3 to 5 times per week, sometimes even 6 if you're able to split your workouts the correct way, and pick a training split. And make sure that you pick a training split that you actually enjoy. It could be push-pull legs, it could be upper-lower, it could even be full body if you want to. The main thing is you need to enjoy your workout split. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to be able to be consistent with it.
You have to enjoy it, I feel like. If you're not enjoying the workouts,
100%.
you're going to tend to not do
That's probably the most optimal thing you can do is find a program you like and stick to it and get stronger with it.
And I think, in my opinion, this is the most important thing. If you do enjoy your workouts, you're going to be able to stay a lot more consistent than someone who's not enjoying their workouts. So pick a split that you like and make sure that you're focusing on progressive overload with it. Now again, if you're skinny fat like I was, I'm assuming you're not just trying to get big and build random muscles, you're trying to build an aesthetic physique. And this means you want a balanced physique with wide shoulders, a small waist, a full chest, cap delts, and visible abs. And to build that look, your training needs to focus on proportions, symmetry, and progressive overload. And here are some of my favorite and best exercises to shape that physique. Incline chest press for upper chest, weighted pull-ups for your lats, which is going to accentuate your V-taper, overhead press for your front delts, lateral raises for shoulder width and making your waist to shoulder ratio bigger, Romanian deadlifts for hamstrings and your glutes, hack squats for your quads, and cable crunches and hanging leg raises for your abs. And yeah, these are some of my favorites, but the goal is to track your lifts and make sure that you're getting stronger every single week. So that could mean more weights every single week or just more reps at the end. So for example, you go from 8 to 9 reps, that's progress. That means that you're getting stronger and you're progressively overloading the correct way. But again, I'm not gonna go over exactly all of the exercises that I would do to build an aesthetic physique, but if you want a full breakdown on how to design your workouts to build that lean and aesthetic physique, make sure you check out my video on how to build an aesthetic physique. I'll make sure to put it down in the description so that you can go watch it after this video, because I go way deeper into the exercise selection, frequency, and progression in that video. But yeah, long story short, the biggest mistake to avoid is to make sure that you're not just training arms and abs and ignoring everything else, because that's exactly how you stay skinny fat forever. Let's go over your maintenance calories. So pretty much the way you find this number is by using an online calorie calculator. I'm gonna put a link for a free one down in the description. All you gotta do is click on it, put your age, height, gender, and also your activity levels, and it's gonna give you exactly what it thinks your maintenance calories are. So obviously, this is an estimation, so I would try it for around a week to see if it works. But yeah, pretty much after you find your maintenance calories, you need to adjust according to your goal. Like I said before, if you're lean bulking, you need to eat 200 to 300 calories above your maintenance calories. If you're cutting, aim to eat 300 to 500 below that number. And if you're doing a body recomp, you just need to stay at maintenance. And now we move on to your macros. And we're gonna start with the protein, which is the most simple one. You need to eat 1 gram per pound of body weight. Regardless of your type of skinny fat, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is the number you wanna hit. This is gonna help you build muscle or maintain it. And now we move over to the fats, and your fats need to be at 0.4 to 0.6 grams per pound of body weight. So for example, if you're 160 pounds, you need to be eating between 64 grams to 96 grams of fat every single day. And then for your carbs, it's really simple. I like to fill the rest with my carbs. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Make sure that you're also eating consistently between 3 and 5 meals per day. Don't skip your breakfast or rely on snacks. And if you're struggling to eat enough, make sure that you're using liquid calories to help. So for example, you can add olive oil to your pasta or your rice. You can throw peanut butter in your shakes, or you can use smoothies or mass gainers if needed. For example, this shake right here helped me gain over 20 pounds in my first 4 months of bulking. It has 80 grams of protein, over 1,000 calories, and it also tastes amazing. Here's the recipe if you want to do it yourself. These little hacks are going to make a huge difference if you're struggling to bulk. And now on the flip side, if you're struggling to cut or be in a caloric deficit, here are some quick hacks that help me stay full while dropping my body fat. So make sure you start your meals with a big salad or veggies. This is going to help you stay full with almost 0 calories. Eat more protein and high volume foods. You need to focus on eating foods like chicken, Greek yogurt, potatoes, egg whites, and popcorn. And also one big one that I recommend is to swap oils with low calorie sprays when cooking. This is gonna make a huge difference in your cut. And now the 2 biggest tips that are really gonna help you with your cut is to drink water or 0 calorie soda before or during your meals, because this is gonna help you with your hunger. And the last one is to avoid liquid calories, because they really don't fill you up and it's just free calories that you're wasting. So yeah, make sure that if you're drinking something, it's either water or 0 calorie soda or 0 calorie anything. And yeah, that's pretty much for the diet. And now we move on to the most important part, the last one, that is your mindset. Because here's the truth, you didn't become skinny fat in 3 weeks, and you're for sure not gonna fix it in 3 weeks either. But if you stay consistent for just 6 to 12 months, you can change your whole life. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see with skinny fat guys is this. They start a cut, then 2 weeks into it, they switch to a bulk. They train really hard for a week, and then they skip the gym for a whole week. Or they keep restarting every single Monday like it's a New Year's resolution. And bro, you're not stuck, you're just not consistent enough. Yet. But if you really want to change your body, here's what you need to do. Pick one phase, cutting, bulking, or body recomp according to your skinny fat type, and stick to it. No bouncing back and forth. Then you need to track your food, even if it's just roughly at first, so that you actually have a good idea of what's going in your body. But the better you track it, the better results you're gonna see. And next is to train with intent. Don't just show up to the gym and go through the motions. Push yourself, log your lifts, and try to get stronger week after week. And most importantly, don't stop until you get there. This isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up day after day, even on the days you don't feel like it. That's exactly how you go from stuck to shredded, and that's how you win. And if you've been trying everything and still feel stuck, let me help you. I've helped hundreds of guys escape the skinny fat trap and build a physique that they're actually proud of, and I can help you too. I offer one-on-one coaching where I build your exact game plan, training, diet, everything. And I'll guide you step by step until you get results. So if you want to join, just click the link in the description or DM me the word coach on Instagram and let's get to work. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what skinny fat type you are and I'll try to get back to as much people as possible. And if this video helped you out, make sure you click the like button, subscribe for more because I drop a video like this one every single week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love y'all. Peace.